Hello, friends. My name is Olga, and I run Applet Studio. It's a Squarespace template shop and web design company. I've been doing this for the past 6 years, and for the past 5 years, I've been consistently selling Squarespace templates. So, in this video, I want to chat about Squarespace templates, how do you sell them, how do you create them, and how I can help you do that. So first of all, I got started in 2019. I think I put out my first template in 2019. It was Hustle and Heart template. And for an entire year, I've been hustling. I've been publishing on my blog. I've been doing all the things and working with custom clients, but I haven't made a dime on my Squarespace templates. And this is something that I see a lot in the industry. People launch template shops and then they close them down after 6 years, after 6 months, or after 1 year when they don't see any traction, or just after several months, they close it down. I have seen many template shops open and close, and only the ones who consistently put out products and content stay afloat and continue working. My first sale came on April 14th, 2020. I remember this moment exactly because I was getting ready to take my kid out on a walk and my phone buzzed and I looked at my phone and I wasn't sure what happened. And what happened after this is a complete history because these sales, they started buzzing pretty much every day, sometimes 5 sales per day. It was after I had this low moment. I had 4 templates. They were great templates and they all sold eventually. But I had this dip where I said, okay, I'm going to do this for 4 more months. I'm going to do consistently what I've been doing. And if I don't see the first sale, I'm going to give up and I'm going to look for a job. And that's when it happened. So I got my first sale in April 2020. And before that, I was consistently publishing on my blog. I was creating new products. I was running Facebook ads. And the first sale actually came from my email list because I launched a new template. I put out an email saying, hey, here's a 50% discount on the new product. It was crazy. I'm not doing that right now, but at the time it sounded like a good idea. So I was building my list. I was building my website. And I started seeing traction when I had a certain number of products and certain number of blog posts, certain amount of content on my blog. So I think the thing that a lot of web designers overlook when they're trying to build passive income, when they're trying to build template shops, is the marketing mix. It's the foundations of marketing. So marketing mix consists of 4 P's: product, price, placement, and promotion. And if you lack one of these components, you're not gonna, your template shop or your business, any kind of business, will not be successful. Your product is your template. Your template needs to be made using web design trends, and it needs to be catchy enough for its exact target audience. Your template is a custom website for an imaginary client, and you need to get really crystal clear on who your ideal client is and what they want in their website. Second is the price. The market is more saturated this year than it was in 2019 when I started. So you have to niche down and you have to start lower on the price. So this way you're going to get your first client quicker and you're not going to be discouraged that you're not seeing any sales. Time passes and you're not seeing any sales. Placement. How you set up your shop matters. You need to be on all platforms like Creative Market and Etsy and Instagram and Pinterest. You need to be visible for your ideal clients. If you're not visible, they're not going to come and they're not going to buy. And finally, promotion. You have to promote your shop. You have to promote your products constantly. And promotion really is 80% of work in this business. So SEO, Pinterest, blogging, YouTubing, create content so that people can find you. In this business, how you package your offer matters a lot. So let's say you deliver a template, but you also need to give a tutorial with that template, or some kind of documentation, some kind of little course or a little membership that's going to make it more valuable and desirable for your ideal clients. So that's how I got into course creation world, actually. So when I launched my templates in 2020, I would give a 30-minute tutorial for all of the templates, and the tutorial was unique for each of the templates. And because it has this part that was repeated every time, I thought, why don't I put it into a separate course And why don't I give it as a package deal with my templates? So that's how Squarespace Mastery course was born. I launched it in 2020 and I sold it through Facebook ads for $37. And it was also a free course that you could get with the Squarespace templates that I offered at the time. So it's been 5 years and I redesigned this course 3 times. I no longer offer it as a part of the Squarespace template deal. I have another course that goes with the Squarespace templates, but I redesigned the Squarespace Mastery in such a way that it targets aspiring designers and people who are new to design in general. And very often people ask me, so can I sell Squarespace templates after I take your Squarespace Mastery course? And my answer is yes, you can, because the course is teaching you the foundations of how to make a pretty website for your ideal client, basically. It teaches the foundations of graphic design, of everything that has to do with the design, the color, layouts, grids, typography, and it also shows you how to do certain things in Squarespace. So it's a really good starting point for somebody who is not familiar with Squarespace and who is not familiar with web design in general. And I see a lot of things in the industry that even the experienced web designers who have a lot of clientele, who have lots of custom projects, they do the same mistakes in terms of graphic design as newbie designers. So I think if you're new to the industry or you started working with clients, you know you have an eye for design and you want to make custom templates for clients, this course is for you. And I also have another course which I created after years and years and a lot of people asking me to create this course. It's called Template Shop Business. It's kind of half course, half coaching program. And we had a first cohort in this program in the spring of 2025. So this isn't just a course. It's more of a knowledge base with all my internal processes that have to do with running this business. So this course is not going to teach you how to create a trial site in Squarespace, because I assume you know that already, but it's going to pull back the curtain and show you what exactly am I doing when I'm running my business in terms of processes, systems, client communication, internal guidelines for creating templates, support, and things like that. So check it out. I hope you will find it useful. I think a template shop is a really fun business to have, because you're not tied to client work. You're not tied to working hours for clients and being dependent on timelines that stretch for months and months. Once you figure out how to make money with it, once you figure out what your clients want so that your products actually sell, and once you figure out how to create content that makes you visible, that's very interesting and fulfilling. So for me, let's say I book 5 clients and I work for them, but then I get tired and I say, okay, I have to take a break. And I take a couple of months off of client work. So what I'm doing during these couple of months, I'm creating new templates and I'm creating courses. So I'm usually trying not to mix the two. Usually if I'm doing the client work part, I'm not working on my passive income business. It's not completely passive. You still have to update the products. You still have to reply to customers. Sometimes customers want some extra work done on the template. So it's an ongoing process. It takes time, yes, but it's not even comparable to client work, to the income that you're getting from working for clients. It's not even comparable in how much less work this is. So I encourage everybody to try it because it's really, really fun experience. And I am talking about any kind of template shop business, not just Squarespace templates. I have been looking at this industry for 6 years now, and I see a lot of opportunity in all the niches and all the fields. Some niches are really underrepresented right now. So there are lots of templates for photographers, for coaches, but there aren't so many templates for small businesses like doctors or lawyers. It doesn't have to be a creative business for it to be wanting to work on a website out of a template. So there is still a lot of opportunity. And consider this, design trends change really quickly. So designs that I created in 2019, they're not selling anymore, People are tired of these designs. So I'm creating new templates for new trends that are just emerging. And if you think about a business, every once in a while, every 2 to 3 years, every business needs to update their website. So websites age really quickly. So there is a lot of opportunity for custom work. And likewise, if somebody wants to hire a designer to design a website for them, this means there are a lot of people who are willing to DIY, do-it-yourselfers, right? So there is still a lot of opportunity. And don't listen to people who say that the market is saturated. It's not saturated. There are good players, and that means that there is a market for it. There are customers and there are opportunities. But it doesn't mean that you cannot have a good chunk of that market to yourself. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to start creating templates or custom designs, check out my course, Squarespace Mastery, linked at the bottom. And if you're serious about the business part, don't miss Template Shop Business. It's where we cover the full marketing strategy, sales, and shop setup. See you.